Okay, so shoot. Okay, we're on the shoreline. We're gonna go inland to do the higher tier loot. If you're looking at the map, anything on the shoreline here is gonna be tier 1 loot, and as you go inland a bit, you're going to hit tier 2, and then the granddaddy loot is at the bigger military base, and that's called the Northwest Airfield, and that's where we're going to be heading. Northwest Airfield being G6 and G7 there on the map. I'll give you a second to take that all in. We're in Cherno, in between Cherno Industrial and Cherno Apartments, which is, we're like F2 in all intents and purposes. We're like roughly F2. Just a little wedge of Cherno. I gotta sneeze. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Jay Davies and I just put this car together. You can do this on foot, but it's much more in a car. And I will. Oh, I have it in second gear. Alright, so the sound is definitely a glitch for.
I'm just gonna go for the beer popper.
Okay, that's all good. There's an audio glitch for 102, I believe, for PS4 and the Xbox. So we don't really hear the engine. So there we go. I can hear the wheels. That's all I can hear. So we're heading down the road. If we keep following this road and kind of skirt this shoreline, we're going to see Cherno City. You can see the statue up here. Some of the apartments. We do have some performance issues when we go through some towns and such. So I'm going to try to keep us in one piece. And again, if you're trying to figure out where you are, and this is for people even on foot, when you see a white sign like this, that's the town. You match it up to your third-party application. When you see the white signs, we're going to take a right. I believe I know how to get to the airfield from here. We'll find out. I bet you we get clapped up there, but we'll see. This is our journey up to Northwest Airfield. I'm going to try to give you a wider angle and try to move it less so it's less nauseating for you guys. This is one of many ways, but just moving inland is the way to go. I'm going to baby it, alright? I don't want to lose this car. Even though we're going super slow, this is still way better than walking. Let me just get the map up again. I'll get here. I can actually put up a more detailed map. I know you guys can't see on the right. Well, you can't see on the left, but you can see a little bit on the right. Alright, let me give you the more detailed map of Cherno, because we're going to be leaving that soon enough. If you kind of look at the green that's hunched over some of the road that's leaving town, that's the road we're taking. If you were to cut the map in half, top to bottom, and look on the left side, you see it's almost in the center of that cluster of green along the roadside. That's the road we're leaving, or we're taking to get out of Cherno. Is that right? Yeah, that's the road we're leaving. And on the bigger map, Cherno being F1, E1, and E2. And F2. Yeah, we'll say F2 to give you some context. Okay. I'm going to leave it out for a few more seconds. I do need to be able to see. This is sketchy. So I hope this helps people find their way into Northwest Airfield. Again, a third-party app like iSurvive. It's not the only one, but I know it's on just about everything. It's free. It's on Android. It's on iOS. And you can get a satellite view, and you can get a topo view. The ones you saw were all topographical views. Hi! I have to play it safe. Now, one thing's for sure. When you're driving a vehicle, you are a huge target. You will get shot at. I guarantee it. And if you're ooh, there's that lag I'm talking about. That's the stuff that's going to get you wrecked in the cars, man. Ooh. It says, can you repeat the part about the signs? It says you lagged out. Thanks, buddy. Okay. We'll see one up here in a minute. So the best thing you can do is find those large white rectangular signs, and they're usually on a road leaving or entering a town, and they'll help you find where you're at. I'm hoping we get there before it's dark, right? We should see one of those signs up here. Basically, if you see a cluster of houses or a city, try to find the road that leaves town, and you'll be able to identify the city much easier. Or town, or village. Watch, this is the one town where I can't find it. This might still...
Hi.
Oh, Judas. Hi. You can't hit zombies. If we don't find it in this town, I'll find it in one of the other ones. Oh, jeez. Let me get our stats up there on the left. I didn't initialize. There they go. Are they chasing us? Go away! Oh, Nana, what happened? The Olga's a nice car, but you really don't want to take it too much off-road. She doesn't handle very well. You can get away with it, but not like the Ada. It drives better on pavement, clearly. I was trying to see if we can find one of those signs to help point it out for you. And that's the other reason why you really want to get a third-party application, because most people, I'm assuming, can't read Russian. So what you want to do is match those characters with the characters on the map, and then there's like an English character layout of that city name. So then you can kind of go from there and search with English characters, which is great. What's up, Sourdew? Says, I need a shovel so bad. Yes, head to the city. Hi, Defs. What's up, B? Says, morning stream. What's up, B? Head to Cherno Docks. Anywhere with anything industrial looking construction site, train cars, anything that looks like a garage or like a milling place, do it. Freaking do it. We're heading over to Northwest Airfield in a vehicle. Hopefully it's faster. Oh, this car's stalling up on the hill. Yee! Again, make sure in any vehicle, Ada or Olga, keep it out of the red zone. Let me see if I can do this while we're driving. So, for the PS4, I stalled it. For the PS4, I'm going to try to... Oh, we're rolling backwards. For the PS4, be careful not to hit... Okay, so in the Xbox, to get out of the car is X. For the PS4, it is square. Make sure you don't tap square. Here's why. Ready? Because you can fall out while it's moving. I gotta tell you, it's cool, but if someone's turning, it's not cool. You like that? Oh, here's some signs. Here we go. Orientation. Ooh, got that lag. Honestly, when you figure out where the lag spikes are at, like load spikes, just learn where they're at and avoid them. There we go. So this is the name of the city. Right here. And you can see those aren't English characters, are they? So what you want to do is you want to locate that, and then there will be an English character set for that city name. And this is the same name, but it's red. So that's how you know you're leaving the town. All useful things. You know the name of this town, Davies? Alright, ready? Let's roll. We're just going to keep going. Trying to get up to Northwest Airfield. And loot it. What's up, Eric D? Says, hi, Defs. This is Jade. Can I call an Uber? Yes. What's up, man? I'm going to baby it through here because there's a lot of trees and I'm scared, okay? So don't judge. You'll start to get a feel and appreciation for just how big this map is when we head up there. Oh, look at all these little cuties want to follow us. Yeah, see how that detail pops in? You know these. Oh! This is the best zombie killer. I like it when they fly off the car. It's kind of funny. Whop. Anyways, let's keep going. We're not even, like, Green Mountain area yet. Oh, there's a watering hole right there. How quaint.
Well...
Try to give more of an external view so you guys can kind of see where we're going. Oh, there goes Nana. Bye! And we're heading from Cherno again. Look at all these fools. Now, you see what I mean? Pulling the zombies in this city would be bad news. Look how many more behind us. We don't have to kill them all, but... Wrecked. Wrecked. Look at the pile of bodies. Those are the same city signs back there. This is amazing, thank you. Yeah, it helps out a lot. One of many ways to navigate through the apocalypse. Now we're heading up right here. Oh, you can actually see it. See that castle right there? That is Zub Castle, Z-U-B. You can search that in the iSurvive application on the website or on your mobile device. It's a castle up there, and yes, you can build on there. So we're coming up past Zub, Z-U-B. I don't know what the Russian character set is or how to pronounce it, so I'm sorry in advance. And if you are looking for ADAs, there is a potential spawn point up here. Actually, we have to pass the house first, I think. We're getting close. There is a river next to us, so you can fill up radiators with that. In a pinch, you can drink from flowing water. I think it has a less chance of getting you sick. Try to keep it in second gear, but I'm also trying to keep it on the road. Was it Poop on the Poop says, what about PS4 High? What? This is Jade. Did the boyfriend squad get in a gunfight at a bunch of tents the road midwest of Solnichi a few days ago? That describes a lot of fights we've gotten into. Maybe. Okay, so when you see this green house down this road, again, Zub Castle, I think is out of view, but it's just over here, over this cluster of trees. Let me have my reticle. It's like right... Yeah, you can't really see that, can you? Anyways, this greenhouse at the end of its driveway that connects to this main road is a potential spawn for an ADA. ADAs don't spawn on the shoreline, they spawn inland. So this is one of the spots you can get to on foot. And again, this is close to Zub Castle. It spawns right in this little patch of grass here. You can't miss it. If you're walking down the road, you'll see it. Just assume that any car that spawns that you need all 4 tires and all the parts. Because people will server hop and strip the cars for their parts pretty often. So I heard somebody saying they were combining 0.3 and 0.4 together, and they're dropping them both for PS4 and Xbox. Yes, version .3 is going to be combined with .4 for PS4 and Xbox, and they're going to drop around the same time. I think their verification process for the consoles is slightly different, so I would assume they'll either be at the same time or pretty dang close. Xbox One and the PS4. Isn't this beautiful? We're going to come out into a clearing, and then we're going to cut across the grass, and I hope I don't make a huge mistake and bottom out the car when we do it. And then we'll be heading, getting closer to the Northwest Airfield. You'll know when you see it, because there are watchtowers and concrete walls everywhere. See how much faster this is in a car? Can you imagine walking this? Actually, I bet a lot of people can. They've probably already done it. If you're looking for the higher tier loot, you have a better chance to find it in the Northwest Airfield for sure. Here we go! Eric D says, oh, he's so helpful, boyfriend squad. Yeah. Or he says boyfriend. Yeah. Okay, I don't have it in the red line. I'm just scared I'm going to hit a lag spike and smack a tree. That's happened so many times for us. This is a nice scenic route. Now, okay, so a little pointer. If you're driving a vehicle, always keep some headlights on your person and stick one in the car. One headlight is just as good as 2, because you literally, well, I guess you can drive it at night, but you're gonna wreck it. And it's a pretty crazy bright highlight. It's a crazy high beams in this car. Oh, the sun's going down. It's getting romantic, dude. We're gonna make out when we get there, Davies, or what? Okay, coming up here, we're gonna see some, I guess you would call it landmarks? I think we are in visual range. Let's find out. I'm going to turn just here. Okay, so we're coming up at a junction. Again, these crazy Russian characters, you can match them up with city names in those third-party applications, then you can get some English character sets, which I imagine most people are referencing. If you go left here, you're going to see Green Mountain and Green Mountain Spire. I'm trying to drive up just close enough where you can see it. I think it's just out of visual range. It's going to pop in. It's going to be huge. You're going to see it just over the driver's side, like where my gun's poking through the roof. Or is that my shotgun? It is. We're still not seeing it? Really? Once you know it, it's going to be basically right in front of the car, and that big... Oh, I'm starting to see it. There it is. You see it? Green Mountain. Big spire. You can't miss it. It's a great visual reference. Anyways, we're going in reverse. We're not going in that direction. That's going to head us back to shore. This is also a good town. It has a watering hole right here by the Christmas house. Well, that's not a Christmas house. It's orange and green. See that watering hole? There's a car that spawns right next to that watering hole. It's just above the hood of the car. You can barely see it. It's to the left of my shotgun. I forget the city name. And if it did, I can't pronounce it. Okay, going down the road we came from. And you're going to see the junction here that we crossed into and turned left at the blue sign. We're going to go through this crazy, like, foresty chicane up here. Be careful, because some signs don't give and they will do damage to the car. There's these little tiny white stumps that stick out of the ground. And oh my, I've wrecked a car or two on those, let me tell you. You'll see them in a minute. They're super not helpful. There's also a halfway cut down tree in the road. Alright, these white signs give. You can drive through those. These little stumpy things, you can drive through that one right there on the left. These little chunkers, they do not give. They absolutely will wreck your car. Isn't that nice that they're just above the grass? And if you're coming down the road with no headlights or you're not paying attention, you'll smoke that tree stump for sure. I've seen more than one ad wrecked on that corner. After we go through the foresty chicane, we're going to take a left and cut through the grass. And I hope we don't hit any major bumps, because this car will get wrecked on it. Ooh, dude, I'm cooking. Alright, we have an opening here. I'm trying to gauge the best place to not wreck the car. There's two giant islands of trees. There's this big patch here that we're facing, and then we're going to basically go in between these two big patches of trees. I'm going to have to put this in first gear. Oof, we might struggle with this one. This is no ADA. What we're going to do is basically shave off some of the trip that we need to get to the airfield by taking this. Actually, there's a road. That city we just talked about that has the ADA in it. If you just take this road that has all the trees lining it, I should have just taken that. My bad. Matter of fact, let's just intersect with it so it makes more sense. You don't even have to take this way. Honestly, whatever way you take that makes sense to you, take it. Until you know it like the back of your hand. Robert says I want a mouth kiss. Hit fourth gear. This is high defs. If I had more than one Olga in the pocket, I would. Okay, that's the town we were just looking at. Green Spire from. You can actually see the church dome. If we went up to that road junction where that watering hole was and took a right, we were going to intersect with this road. That's what I should have done in the first place. My apologies. You see how big this map is? It's ridiculous. I'm like trying to read stuff and look at the same time. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. I'm taking it nice and slow. Sometimes I can really punch it through here. When you're feeling more comfortable, you can take the shortcut that I was doing where you split the uprights. Let me just show you that this is the right road. Apologies for me taking the other one. Well, at least you know the advanced way later. We're doubling back here for a second. I just want to show you that this is the proper location. What, I have a feeling I'll be doing this one over again. Different locations. That's okay. I want to get there before it gets dark. Okay. We came from, you can actually see the blue. Oh. Here, let me stop by the sign so you can at least see it and
We need
search
to
it.
fill up water.
Oh,
as
cool.
well, Pop.
All right. Go for it. And this is the watering hole right here. Remember, this was the orange and greenhouse. This is the town. I have no idea how to pronounce this. But we came up here. And let me show you that little junction point right off yonder. Can we get high enough to see it? Oh, just barely. I can see the trash mount. There it is. Zub Castle is just off yonder. There's the intersection we came in on. We took the little foresty chicane here. The only difference is we should have taken this road. Come up here, and then you're going to take a right at this junction point. If you take a left, you're going to head directly into Green Mountain. I'll give you some more information here. And Green Mountain and Green Mountain Spire would be right here, but we're just far enough away where we can't see that spire. Oh, a sewing kit. Don't mind if I do. Shloink. I might as well try to fill up too. Then we're going to take the car, and we're super close to the airfield. A slight detour. By the way, I should practice what I preach here. You usually want to take a...
Yeah, pick that one up.
You usually want to take a spark plug out, so they can't just get in the car and drive. And pro tip from our car fight video: if you if the car is on and somebody gets shot, that carcass will sit on the gas and the car will still move. So keep that in mind. All right, let's roll. All right, so we're taking this road with the lined with trees behind us. Let's get there. We're getting close. We're almost there. What's up? Gavin YT says, "Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back, sir." And again, if you're interested in any of our building or how to survive or even just getting started, there should be some tutorials in the card there in the upper right-hand corner. Tap or click above that green logo there, the Jade monkey logo, and you should see a circle with a lowercase I in it. And when you tap on that little guy, you will see a bunch of fancy thumbnails, and those are cards, and it should point you to all of those tutorials. And also our playlist. We do actively post daily in our DayZ highlights playlist, along with other games. Usually if we post another game, it's going to be a double post for the day. So obviously we do DayZ every day, and then if we did Star Citizen, that would be the double post, the second post for the day. So yeah, another reason to subscribe and check it out, or even just hit up the old playlist. Watch, and then I get lost right here. Let me do an external view so it's a little bit easier. There's Green Mountain. And there's some crazy open fields up here. We're going to hit a couple wiggles in the road, and then the airfield's going to be on our left, but we still have just a little bit further to go. Nice and easy. We can drive through those. Those are safe. You see this patch of trees on my reticle? That is the smaller, I don't even know what this base is called, but there's a smaller military base. Okay, these wiggles right here, that's desync. That's terrifying. The best thing you can do on any platform is just to hit the brakes, dude. Chances are it's actually not wiggling, but if the server's really lagging hard, sometimes that can actually translate to you flipping and then eating shit. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for that smaller military, I guess, barracks, that's just below the Northwest Airfield, that is the indicator right there, this cluster of trees on top of that little tiny mountain. And you actually see a turnoff for it right here. So I'm not sure what it's called, but here, you can actually see it right here. Let me get inside the car. You see those little walls and those little towers right there? If this is far enough for you and you want to loot, boom, hit that place. It's good for loot. But if you want to go big boy status, where some of the action is, you can keep going down this road to the Northwest Airfield itself. Let me see if I can put this one on This will hopefully give you a better line of sight, I think. There's not so much there it is. You can tell there's that little cluster of rocky hill that's got trees, and then right there is a small cluster of military buildings. Now, if we're following this road, you'll actually see a turnoff for it here on the left after we hit this little wiggle. There's a hunter stand over there as well. I'll try to go slower so you guys can see it. Didn't mean to redline the car. You can see the military base a little bit easier. Now, this isn't the West Airfield, but it's still pretty dang good. This place is also extremely hot. I can't tell you how many times we've been clapped here. It's a lot. And you know you're on the right road to turn in because you'll see that little hunter stand. And then if you turn down this road, it'll take you right to that smaller military area. Again, mountain, military camp. Oops, I stalled it. Dang it. Okay, we're going to go for the big stuff. So we're heading down the road still. Bang, bang. We're close. Honestly, when you see the smaller military camp here. What's up? Yeah, William Payne says, what's up, Boo? What's up, B? We can start to see it up here. There's a couple different ways you can hit this. But it's going to give you a pretty good idea of... Honestly, if you have a car, you probably want to dip it somewhere. We're going to come up on another town.
Want some candy?
Want some candy? Then when we come up here on this T-junction, I'm going to show you the name of the city real quick. We're going to take a left. That's some Predator stuff. Where it's like, want some candy? Let's take a left. And the airfield is on our right. We can probably start to see some of the towers. Maybe not yet, really. It's not super visible. But I can see the concrete towers. We're going to follow this road, and there's going to be another right-hand turn. And it's going to take us right into the gate. And we're going to drive right down the runway because we're crazy. Oh yeah, baby. Swish. There we go. We can see some of the towers right there. You can see a radio tower just off the top. Yeah, we'll keep driving so you guys aren't totally confused about what I'm saying. I'll probably have to do this one again at some point, but you guys get the idea. We're driving down here. There's that other smaller military camp. And we're just looking for a right-hand turn. I think it's going to be in this cluster of trees, if I'm not mistaken. There's also a river that cuts through here. And as soon as we turn right, it's going to take us right into the military base. You ready to drive down the runway like a psycho?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Military gear everywhere down here. We're going to go right down the strip. Took a right, and now we're heading up. You can start to see the gateway. Now you can see the towers. Concrete walls and watchtowers. Watchtowers have loot. There's basically loot all up and down this place. Might be my first time taking an Olga down the runway. You can see if you're on foot, you can really take a shortcut through here. I wouldn't recommend taking a vehicle through here. It's such a high value asset. It's super high risk, super high reward, but still. We're doing it to show you guys. Boom, we've made it. Northwest Airfield, and it is big. Looting for days. Barracks, these are all barracks up here. Just loot everywhere. Little spurts of lag here. I'm getting like frame drops and stuff. I don't know if this is the server or the client, but a lot of zombies. If you rip some shots here, it can get out of hand pretty quickly. It's all lootable. All of this is military grade gear. And then as we pull up here, we'll see the runway. And it continues all the way down. There we go. There's one end of the runway, and here's the other. We're about to hit it. This is a really quick way to lose a vehicle. I will be surprised if we don't get shot at. There's all lootable areas over here. A ton of it. Oops, I just maxed out the engine. Yikes. There's a crashed AC-130. I'm sorry, there's an air traffic controller tower here on the right. Also a good place to loot. There is... Yeah, we might try a little speed record over there. Hard mode. There's a little factory. There's a down AC-130. And the significance of finding the AC-130 is to the right of it, there's a little tent area that's got a ton of loot. You can see him now coming up on the horizon. See that? Oh yeah, you gonna loot that, son? But stay frosty. This place is loaded with scumbags. We made it. We made it. You want to make out or what?